Welcome, punks, fools. This is the Punkery Show live from CNR NG. I'm standing out on the street right now.
Standing where?
Standing
What?
out on the streets.
Oh.
On the streets right now.
Like, literally?
Yeah.
Live from ghetto?
No, we're in Vespucci canals right now, so it's not in the ghetto. A little soul is in sight, so you know what I mean. We're on the west side of the city, not in the hood. But thanks, Zorth. Zorth said, "Damn, Rashawn sounds sexy as fuck." There you go, Zorth. GG. I take that compliment. Thank you, bro.
Oh, has not ever been different?
What was that?
Has that never been different? Then you always sound like this.
That's true. I always sound like this cocksucker. You know what I mean? Usually, it depends how close I am to the microphone, I think. Honestly, you know. But, like
Don't eat it.
Don't eat the microphone. Or, don't do like Nuclear did. Don't slap your dick on the microphone either. But your hosts are Sean and Kesh. So, a couple announcements, obviously. So, maybe soon after the show today. Don't know when, honestly. You know, there was a meme going on in the NG Discord a few days ago. You know what I mean? And every time that this happens, I am always like, I vow not to talk about this Queens fellow, you feel me? But I took a look at the Discord a few days ago, and apparently Blister was interviewing Queens in the NG Discord, and there were...
Oh, what?
Yes. And there were like...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I snitch you not, there were about 25 people in the channel. 23 or 22 of them were
Someone has a footage. I mean the
yes,
the video, the sound of.
Yes, someone has a footage. Yes, Gweens recorded the footage, as he said, of the chat.
He uploaded to YouTube.
He uploaded the SnitTube. It is unlisted, but he has sent it to me with the expectation that I do something with it. And here's the thing, cocksuckers. You know what I mean? When it comes to people who are attention whores, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I know all about attention whores, you know what I mean? Shout to Sheepy. But, you know, when it comes to attention... When it comes to attention whoring, you feel me? There is thoughts that you cannot feed the attention whoring. Now, obviously, I hope because somebody said to me that he does his thing for attention, right? So hopefully, yes. Yes, so as I announced what I'm about to say, hopefully there is talk in that interview about it. Because soon after the show, don't know when, honestly, could be a little bit later today. And here's my justification for this, alright? If 25 cocksuckers are gonna sit in a channel to listen to him and Blister speak, to give him all the attention in the world, guess what? So can I. So, soon after the show, alright, I'm gonna go on to a bitch. I'm gonna be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm gonna be reacting to this interview. I'm gonna have the webcam
You're gonna go live?
I'm gonna go live.
Can you message me? Can you message me when you go live?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure I'm on my Smurf on Twitch, so I don't get it.
Smurf on Twitch. You have a Smurf for everything, do you? You have a Smurf Steam account, Smurf for CS Jokes, Smurf for Twitch, Smurf for Epic Gaze.
Yo,
I mean,
there's
honestly,
like... I have so many accounts and everything that like I can't keep track.
Huge multi-accounter. But yeah, that's what's gonna be.
I even had a profile on dating website and I found my dad there.
What? Okay, what?
What? Bro, this is I'm semi-joking but semi-serious. So like when I was younger, I don't know, like in first years of uni probably. I made as a part of a bet with friends. Well, one friend lost a bet. He had to stream on gay website. I think I said
Jesus
this
Christ.
already. No?
I now that you say it, yes, I remember.
Yeah. And I lost a bet. I had to make a profile on dating website.
XD. Sleep with your dad's
And
picture.
no, and the thing is that, well, since I already had a profile, I looked, and I was streaming to my friends, and I found the profile of my dad, and I didn't know if I should tell my mom or not. That was a weird moment. But
Well,
this is like 100% true. This is not fake.
well, I'll tell you because listen, Cash, I've if you can't tell, obviously with the show 2 weeks ago, I've recently been red pilled, so I can tell you exactly what your
You've
dad
been
wants.
what?
I've been red pilled, so I can tell you exactly what your dad wants. You know what I mean? But I'll get to that in a little bit. You don't know what red pilled means?
No, please explain. I only know what blue pill is, but that's for the old one to help them.
Okay, well, the red pill is basically the opposites.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that the epiphany I had 2 weeks ago. That's the epiphany. You know what I mean? That things aren't how you think they are. But I'll tell you what your dad wants in a bit. But like I
Well, the
said,
thing is that, like, I was super upset with it, because, like, my mom is, like, the nicest lady ever, and I was like, why is my dad even on the website? And the thing is, like, he put on things in there that are absolutely not true. Like, he said he liked fast cars or some shit, and I'm like,
huh?
bro, you drive Fiat. Like, it's like, I mean, at the time he was driving Fiat. He changed to Mercedes now, but Anyway,
Jesus.
so anyway, I kind of like started monitoring him a bit, but I saw that like that account was there on the website for some time and it wasn't very active, and then it completely died. So I think he gave up. He didn't probably like get anything and no attention or whatever. So
Yeah, I'm not good at cars. When you said Fiat, it just was funny. Honestly, I even knew what that was. That's
I don't know what's in American terms. It's a kind of
no,
like
I know.
unreliable car.
A very, very small, compact car, but like I'll tell you what your dad wants in a bit. But listen, like I said, soon after the Punkery show ends, I'll be on to a bitch, reacting to the Greens interview, playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's gonna be just like when Almighty Tevin used to react to DSP videos. You know what I mean? Webcam and all, cocksucker. All right, we're gonna go deep dive in this snitz, you know what I mean? Because if 25 cocksuckers can sit in a channel and give Gweens attention, guess what? I can too. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna analyze that bull snitz if it makes any sense. You know what I mean?
What would you do in this case, though? Sorry to go back on the topic, but I just can't. I forgot it completely, but now I started thinking about it again. Like, if you found your dad or your mom on the dating website, would you tell the other one?
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say
What?
that. I'm not comfortable saying this yet. Maybe I will next time you ask. Yeah. What would I do?
I ask the next time.
I wouldn't say anything. Maybe because if my mom were to have done that, my dad would probably have an inkling already. That's number one. Number two.
Oh, yeah, but your parents are like super apart in the
Yes.
years as
That's
well.
exactly why I say.
So maybe your dad would even let your mom do it.
But what? Say it?
Maybe your dad would even like be lenient to your mom. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he would think now, but I know at least a few years ago he would not have been for that. But listen, let me tell you
Like,
what you.
the old man should be forgiving, like, honey, I know I can't do it for you anymore, so it's okay if you get some.
Maybe, but listen, let me me tell you what your dad wants. You know what I mean? Because two different things. You see,
Okay.
like I said, guys, I've been red pilled. I got red pilled 2 weeks ago. You feel me? You know, before that time, I thought that the wants and needs of men and women were more aligned, and I realized that is not the case. So here's the thing. Here's what your dad wanted, all right? And I think you've alluded to this before. Your dad just wants some fuck. All right, your dad still
No,
loves
no,
your
no, no,
mother.
no. Listen,
Your dad
at
loves
that
your
point,
mother.
my dad. No
He
way.
loves your mother. Okay, he loves the snit out of your mother. He just wants some fuck. All right, that's what it'd be. I don't know how old he is. I know he's whatever, but
That's
your
why
your
he gave
your
up.
your dad your dad just wants some fuck. All right, he can still love your mother and want some fuck. All right, that's number one. Because number two, the way that you imply every time that you've talked about your parents on the show, the implication that I get is that your mother does not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Hold on.
She does. I don't know. I don't know her like personal life that much.
Yeah, you know that's a bit.
I was a weird kid though. But
Yeah, it's a big TMI, but yeah, yeah. Again, based on what you have said, your mother does not give a fuck.
she doesn't give a fuck. She's like a badass.
Yes, well that too. So listen, your dad rather just wants to fuck. All right, he loves your mother. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
my dad is not very attractive, so I don't know if he was there for a fuck. He probably knows his limits, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's limiting in
So
the country. There are many people.
maybe he just wanted attention. Thinking that he can fuck, you know. It's kind of like adventurous for like a week or so. You're like waiting there, seeing if someone they will answer, you know, and you feel like it's like some rush or some shit, you know. Then you figure out nothing happens, or if it does, it's your cousins answering or some shit because it's Slovenia, you know, like 500 people.
There's not a lot of people to choose from. You know what I mean? He'd have to go to fucking Croatia or something. You know what I mean? And I'm not too sure if the relations are too good. So, yeah, you're. I don't know if. I don't know about old men and attention. Like, you know, because I know, like, even before I was red pilled, right? I've said before on the show that attention doesn't really do it for me. You know what I mean? Like for men,
Yeah, but you're not
attention
like
shouldn't
fucking
do it.
60 years old, bro. Like you will be
Yeah.
happy to get some attention
That's why I
when
said
you're
I don't
60.
know. I don't know how attention works for old men. You feel me? And that's why I said, you know, in the Greens interview, hopefully he talks about attention because, you know, when it comes to young men, attention doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? Like, now if it was your mom on the
Oh, you would
sites,
love some attention from my mom.
what? No, no, I'm saying that if it was your mom on the sites, then that is a bit more significant. You know what I mean? Because you know, women, you know, it's more of a requirement. You know what I mean? So that probably means that she don't respect your father anymore. You feel me? She's disconnected. But in the case of your father, right? You know, men are simple. You feel me? He just wants to fuck. You know what I mean? And him getting a fuck on his birthday is not good enough. You know what I mean? That's what it'd be. Hopefully, when you're your mom's age, you're not like your mom. You feel me? Because men want to fuck. You feel me?
Probably still be single at her age. Is that the truth?
Yeah, yeah. You know about that more than I would, cocksucker. So that's what it would be. So don't blame your dad. You
I
know what
won't be
mean?
obliged to give no fuck.
Yeah, you won't be obliged to give anything. That's right. But yeah, you know your dad. Don't get mad at him, alright? Because he just wants to fuck, and that's what men want. You know what I mean? So that's what it'd be. That's what it'd be.
I see. If you had the younger dad, and he would be like on the dating website, he wouldn't tell your mom.
Well, you know, as a wise man once said, men are only as loyal as their options. You know what I mean?
Shit,
That's what it
it's
is.
actually so true.
I don't know. It's real. Listen, if
Yes.
if your dad was if your dad had a full head of hair,
You know
was
what one smart woman said once?
what?
Dogs are more loyal than men.
Jesus.
That also is kind of true.
Well, yeah, that's why there's so many cat ladies in the world now. That's why there's so many cat ladies in the world now. Cat ladies,
Cats
dog
aren't even
ladies.
super loyal. Cats are just, you can't buy them as easy as dogs.
Yeah, like I said, that's why there's so many cat ladies in the world. You feel me? Because they treat their cat as if it was their man or their kid. That's what it be. You know what I mean? That's too many cat ladies everywhere, cocksucker. The longer that a woman has cats, the more they look like a cat. You know what I mean? I remember
like
going to
fucking
Wall
Harry
Gay.
stuff shaving or what?
It was true. I remember going to Wall Gay one day, right? And I was behind this lady in the line, right? And she had a bunch of fucking cat food on the conveyor belt thing right there. I
You
looked.
have fur on her ears already.
She might as well have, but I looked at her head, right? I just looked at her face, and her hair was just. It was a black lady, but her hair was just puffy, huge and puffy. It was like a hybrid of curly and straight. Like, I don't know. And I'm like, yep, this is definitely a fucking cat lady, dude. She probably has like 10 fucking cats, you know what I mean? So,
I just can imagine like Rashawn standing there in the line and just judging people around and buying fucking cat food whilst he buys. What do you buy, Rashawn? Even?
100%.
No,
Listen.
like fucking ranch dressing.
100% cocksucker. Like, you can tell when people are fucking cat ladies. The more you have cats, the more you have cats and pets, the more you look like a cat. That's just.
You know what's the weirdest thing though is like you really look like a nice guy. You know, you're not like a nerd, but you're like you kind of look in between. You know, so like anyone that sees you would be like, oh, he's a nice guy. He probably doesn't judge anyone. And yet there you have like Rashawn sitting and like just judging everyone. You know.
Well, no wonder. No wonder, because ever since I've been red-pilled, you feel me? Ever since I've been red-pilled, I've realized that me calling myself a nice guy is not a good thing. You know what I mean? And if that is my perception, you feel me? That's not a good thing. You feel me? Contrary to SJW will snit. So, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I'm definitely a judgmental cocksucker. Sometimes. Depends. More on the extremes, I guess, you know what I mean? But if you look at a cat lady, you're definitely a cat lady. That's what it is. You know, if it makes sense, then it's true. It's usually what it would be, you know what I mean? But, like I said, speaking of that, so again, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Bradshaw. I don't know when this will be.
What was the interview about, like revealing admin secrets back from CNR or whatever?
I honestly don't know. I didn't listen to the entire video, and when I saw the gathering in the Discord, I was there for like 10 minutes, and I was just making sound effects in the background. So, yeah, I don't know what it was. This is the entire point, because I haven't listened to it. It's a reaction type thing, because that's what's going to be. You know what I mean?
How many people are on the CNR at the moment, NG?
The NG, there are 14 cocksuckers online right now.
14? And
Yes.
the older one?
In Crazy Bob's, there is 13. 13. Server 1 is 10, server 2 is 3.
See, I was thinking maybe CNR should deal with lack of players like Rocket League, you know? You know what happened?
How?
Like, you know the game Rocket League?
Yes.
So Rocket League is, for those who don't know, it's a game where you drive a car and you pretty much play football or soccer with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit popular game, used to be even more so, and it became free to play as well.
Gay.
But for some reason, like last half year, the numbers have started declining like a lot. Like
Because that big gay store.
yeah, Epic A. And they started declining like a lot, you know, like almost by half, and a bunch of people like started making videos about it, like content creators and stuff. They were like, Rocket League is losing numbers, you know, like it's losing numbers, and they show a bunch of graphs and numbers and shit, and it was obvious it's losing players. So I don't know how familiar you are with the system of a Rocket League, but there's like seasons, like in football, in soccer, you would have seasons.
Oh, like in League of Lemons too. Yeah.
Yeah. So the new season started like a few days ago. And a bunch of updates came, like a new map and stuff. And with it came the update as well. Like before, when you would queue for the game, it would show you how many other people of the same rank are in the queue, like 25,000, 250,000, whatever, right?
0.
So they changed the system. So now it shows good, very good, or no, it's something like good, great, and awesome, or some shit like that, you know? And it's so pathetic because it's like
empty.
they've never done this before, you know, and it's quite obvious why they've done it, you know. People have started making videos about how Rocket League is losing numbers, and now here you have devs, you know, who just camouflage the numbers so people can't see it and put like 3 words like good, average, and great, or some shit, you know. So it's like, it's kind of funny, like
So
maybe
it's
we
always
should.
dirt.
So it's always something positive, even when it's like not very many people, it's still like average or whatever, I don't know, you know. So it's like, I don't know, it's just funny.
They don't
So
want to make
maybe,
it seem empty.
so maybe when it's gonna be like 3 people on CNR, on the old CNR, you know, maybe it should say average.
I mean, these
Good,
days,
you know. So
these
it doesn't look
days,
as
the
bad,
average-
you know.
It's kind of true. I mean, the average player base in Xehanort over the past couple of weeks has probably been 10. So, average would be correct. But of course, you don't want to reflect your own game as being empty, you know? So,
Yes, exactly.
that's
That's
what I
why.
do. A lot of people believe that.
But I mean, it's just so pathetic if you think about it. It's so funny.
That's
Like,
why.
there's some updates that people have been asking for, like with CSGO, you know, there's always updates that people ask for years and years and years, and nothing happens. And then they start losing numbers. They, like, put this shit out. To me, it's kind of funny.
You know, that's why they should have not taken the deal with the Epic Gaze Store, because that was very dumb. Absolutely dumb. You know what I mean? They did that all for the cash. I don't even use the Epic Gaze Store all that much, so who wants to play 4Gay, honestly? Complete meme. But, yeah.
Years olds.
Yes, exactly. Fuck Rocket
Your
League.
sister plays Rocket.
Does she?
She plays Fortnite, no?
I don't remember. She might have, but I actually don't remember, to be honest with you.
Oh.
She plays League of... I don't even know what she does these days, honestly. That's what it be. That's what it be. Speaking of that, you know what I mean? So, it is August, you know what I mean? It's August, so the theme for this month, obviously, as I have said, I have been red-pilled, okay? So, this is shout out to my dudes out here, you know what I mean? August is called Watch Out for these women August, you feel me? That's what it be. That's what it be, watch out. Watch the fuck out. Alright, so here's a tip that I got for all my cocksuckers, you know what I mean? Because when I go around CNR, you know, throughout the past of time, you know, you go back to Congested Breath, right? He was a great dude. Well, no, he wasn't. He was a pretty big dude. He was one of many henchmen, you know. When it comes to CNR, there are many henchmen on the servers, you know. It feels a bit medieval, you know. Congested Breath, some guy named Cypher5, Magic Smoke, all those guys. All those guys were the protectorates of Exo, you feel me? That's what it be. But a Congested Breath had an issue, alright? He had an issue because after his slob ass, you know what I mean, was hanging around EXO so much that he was like, oh, ooh, I didn't know that EXO was fine, you feel me? Well, he probably did, because he's, you know, that's what he is. But here's the thing, guys, that you gotta do, you know what I mean? Because I've seen this throughout time, alright? And like I said, this is watch out for these women in August, you know what I mean? You gotta watch out, because these women out here, some of them be a bit crazy. So what you gotta do...
What does the what have to do with it?
I just put it together. But what you gotta do, guys, alright? If you got female friends, like I said, if you got female friends, dude, you gotta treat them like men. That's what it's gotta be, alright? You got female friends, you gotta treat them like men. It is as unambiguous as you can make it, alright? You gotta treat them like men. Okay, because here's what female friends do, you feel me? Alright, now when it comes to CNR, it's not cap here. When it comes to CNR, right? Most of the grills on CNR don't have female friends. Let's be real about that, cocksucker. Alright, let's be real. Alright, let's not cap. They don't have female friends, you know what I mean? So they unconscientiously, you know what I mean? They have dudes as friends, but it's like, you know, they're kind of their girlfriends, but like they can't really understand their their issues fully, but it's good enough, you know what I mean? So if you're out here, and here's part of the thing with this, all right? So Rat, remember Rat, right? I think she had probably the best CNR experience for any grill on this server, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. And I was saying this a few nights ago in the taco, you feel me? And, you know, it's not cap here. You know, Rat is, she's a Baus friend, you feel me? She's Baus, but she had it perfect because she wasn't interested in anybody, and nobody was interested in her. It was a mutual thing, you feel me? It was a mutual thing, you feel me? That's not cap, right? Rat's a Baus person, you feel me? But, she had it the best, you know what I mean? Because she was able to be one of the dudes, you know what I mean? Because if I don't think Tank's listening, but if Tank would definitely agree that Rat was one of the dudes, you know what I mean? And since we all since we all were not attracted to her, you know what I mean? She had it the best, you know what I mean? I'm sure that, you know, there were some, you know, weirdos in her PMs or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? But I don't know anything about that. But basically the point is that we all treated Rat like a dude, which is fine, because she was able to, with that, get all the attention from all the dudes. Well, not purposefully, at least, but, you know, she was able to mark her territory, you feel me? Until, of course, other grills were around the Discord, like, you know, I think Juicy on Royalty for a little bit was there, but she brought Nuclear, which is fucking, you know, stupid. But when Princess Ken was around, you know, there's a bit of competition for a bit of a competition for the attention, you feel me? But you know, the moral of the story, guys, is that you gotta watch out, cocksuckers. All right, so to make it as unambiguous as possible, if you got female friends, you gotta treat them like men. All right, that's what it be. You gotta treat them exactly like men. Okay, because if it is a woman that she ain't fucking, she might as well be a man. You know what I mean? So you have to, you have to treat your female friends like men. That's what it be, cocksucker. Let's not cap. All right, so you gotta make it as unambiguous as possible. You know what I mean? There are two types of women. You feel me? Because here
ones that give fuck and the others are not.
The other is a nun. Well, they might as well. What?
The ones that give fuck and the others that don't.
Yeah. You can say that exactly. See, and you've got to go about both of those very differently. You know what I mean? Very differently. You know, because like I said before, when I was blue pilled, you feel me? I was thinking, hey, because with this fucking movement and all this shit, you know what I mean? I was like, this is weird. Since women are women, you feel me? You gotta treat them differently, more positively. But it's not actually the cases. You feel me? Right? It's not actually the cases because women are kind of they're incongruent in the way that they think. You know what I mean? It's like if you're a dude and you ask a woman, right? How do you get a woman? Well, of course you're not gonna tell. The woman's not gonna say the things that you would. They're gonna say a lot of politically correct snits. You know what I mean? For the most part, at least. They may say one thing like, I remember Mom was like, you gotta keep a few like on the back burner. You know what I mean? That was probably only.
That's what your mom told you?
Yeah. That was the only like non-politically
Wow,
correct
you're
thing
getting
that she
you're
said.
getting some good advices from your parents. What the fuck?
Yeah, but the rest was very politically correct. You know what I mean? Huh?
She also advised you to go for a church woman.
No, she didn't say that. No, that's wrong. But that's what it be, guys. All right, See, because like I said, female friends treat you like their girlfriend, so you gotta treat them like a man. You gotta flip the script on them, or at least make the script the same, because when a woman has their girlfriends, you feel me, it is the same as when a dude has a female friend and treats them like a man. That's what it be. You gotta treat them like they're one of the boys. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. Nothing, no in between, no bullsnits. You gotta treat your female friends
you
like
give
a
each
man.
other blowjobs and stuff.
No, that's only for Sam cocksuckers. That's nasty. But you gotta treat him like a man. When I was red pilled, the talk or the statement is that female friends are useless, which in certain situations, yes, they are. But that, in my opinion, is if you're actually actively looking for a woman. You feel me? If you're actively looking for a woman, you feel me? And you go out with the grill, you feel me? And they want to be friends. You basically say, on to the next one. You know what I mean? That's what it'd be. So, like I said, guys, more of the story. I said this like 7 times. If you got a female friend, you gotta treat them like a man. That's what it be. That's what it is, guys. You gotta treat them like a man. Now, I've also got a question for you, Kesha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were talking about honesty being the best policy. You know what I mean? Which is, I think it's kind of a sideways meme. You know what I mean? But sideways meme. I'm gonna tell you why. So, when you deal with okay, let's say that you meet some dude. You feel me? You meet some dude. When you deal with men, a new dude, not one of your girlfriend male friends. You feel me? When you deal with a dude, you know exactly from the jump why they're dealing with you. Correct?
Almost always. I mean, usually what the fuck? You don't ever go into talking. I've never had this shit in my life that I would start or approach someone because I would want to date them,
Okay.
or because I want to fuck them. It was never like that. It always develops from something. So maybe in this aspect, girls and boys are different. Maybe like you dudes already go into approaching someone or trying to be friend with someone because you want to fuck them, but for me it's different. Like I never like
It's obvious. That's obvious.
For me, it always like developed later on. That's when I know someone and if I like them, then yes, maybe I will want to have something with them, but never like.
Oh, Oh no,
You know, oh, I don't know this person, but like, let me go try to talk with him because like I want to fuck them. He's so hot, you know.
no. I'm
That's
saying
kind
in a
of
man's
shallow.
perspective, not you, not you. I'm not saying from a woman's perspective. I'm saying from a man's perspective. Obviously, you know, when a man meets a woman, you feel me? Their first instinct is what situation can I get, or can I, advance this so that I get a fuck? That is a
Yeah,
man's
that's why you live in
100%.
eternal disappointment because it doesn't work out like that in the end.
Uh, well, no, okay, but here's the thing, cocksucker. Right?
I mean, do you bring this upon yourself, you know?
What I'm what now?
So you kind of like bring this on yourself because you kind of go with that already in it, you know, with that expectation, or you approached the girl because of that. So that's why
Okay, but
it can't be good, you know.
no, but
Um,
here's the thing. So, when it comes to men, all right, w- we gotta finesse it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because uh, I'm not too sure of your interpretation of honesty is the best policy, but I'm telling you, all right. I mean, you already know, but I'm telling you, when a dude comes up to you, that is their number one priority at the moment. You know what I mean? That's number one priority. So, of course, a dude has to do all of this. You know what I mean? To make the woman like them. You know, they take them out, blah blah. They, give them steak, whatever the fuck it is. Give them tea, blah
like
blah. You know what I
if I
mean?
knew that the dude is taking me out
That
because
is
he wants to fuck me,
exactly.
I would fuck with him even more. I wouldn't give him because if you go with this in it,
No. But he's not telling you.
like I'm gonna fuck with you even more. I'm not gonna make you have what you want, you know.
And
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of like you went in it with a fucking shallow reason already. So I'm just gonna be in there. I'm gonna fuck with you, milk you out till you like have nothing, and then I won't give you any. You know, because you've been shallow from the start. It's kind of your fucking own fault. So,
Um.
so how can that lead to anything good?
Well, listen. All right. Here's the thing, Coxsucker.
I mean,
I,
if you would start honestly from the start, like by being friend or something, and like not just by approaching me because I have a hot ass or something, then sure. But like that, no
oh
thanks.
no, but no. I'm not saying that the dude would explicitly tell you that he wants
I
to
mean,
fuck,
he
right?
wouldn't, because the
Of
man
course
don't
not.
tell
Of
ever
course not.
anyway, you know. And even if he was in that for that reason, like he would make it like, oh no, I just wanted to be friends, you know. But if I by some miraculous chance got to know that, you know, then it wouldn't end well.
Oh yeah, if you found out to know, it would be a problem, of course, 100%. But I'm telling you, that most men, right, that is their first motive. The first one. It's not the only one, but it's the first one. You know what I mean?
But
So
like
when
I'm saying, you're setting up yourself for, you know, pain.
well, yeah, I mean, listen, there's when it comes to that, there's a difference between like looking for women for a folk and looking for women to be your girlfriend. You feel me? It's kind of it's two different approaches. You feel me? But the point is that a lot of women are like honesty's the best policy and all this. You know what I mean? So so keeping in mind that the majority of men, when they meet a woman, their first priority is to get that folk, right? And they do the things to satiate the woman so that they get into the position of folk, right? Obviously, as I'm saying this, that is some form of dishonesty, yes? Right?
Yes, it
Yes,
is. It
exactly.
would completely
It
piss
is
me off.
some form of dishonesty. That is correct, right? And I think you've already
So
answered my
if so,
question.
like So like if you're dishonest from the start, right? And then she's fucking with you and going out with you and going for meals and stuff, but like she doesn't give you a fuck, how can you be mad at her?
Oh,
Like you were dishonest with her from the start, right? She's just doing exactly the same back. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, exactly. You're 100% correct. You know what I mean? And if a dude feels like they're in that position that they're getting fucked with, well, they gotta kick that girl to the curb. You feel me? That's what it'd be. You know what I mean? But the point was, and I think you've already answered the question, which kind of, because I wanted to make it like an epiphany sort of type thing. But if a dude, because it's already dishonest motives. You know what I mean? If a dude is out here trying to get a fuck from a woman, but they're hanging out with him and they're doing all this blah blah. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a dishonest move. But men can't be forthright and honest with their intentions, because if you're on a date with a girl, right? And you get your steak, blah blah. You probably shouldn't be doing that, first of all, but you get your steak, blah blah. And
what's wrong with steak?
it's a bit too much for the first time. But
what is okay for the first time? You buy her Pringles or some shit. That's okay.
No, that's a lot of sodium. You can't be doing that. You gotta get some. I gotta get some tea or some snits, you know what I mean? But of course, a dude has to do finessing, you feel me? They gotta finesse around it. They gotta make the woman feel liked, because that's what women want, you know what I mean? Like I said, women don't, they don't filter attention, you feel me? So as long as you're giving them attention at first, they're fine, you know what I mean? But men can't be fully honest, you feel me? If they want the fuck, right? You get your you get your steak. The man can't be like, ooh, damn, you looking fine tonight. I just want to fuck you.
Of course,
the woman would be like,
but
what the fuck's going on here? Get the fuck out my table, cocksucker. That ain't
yeah,
happening,
but
you know what I mean?
it's not the same. What I'm saying is, like, you shouldn't go out with her just because you want to fuck her. Maybe you shouldn't take her out. Maybe you should just be honest from the start and tell her, listen, girl, I don't want to have anything with you, but I like that fucking white ass of yours, Maybe we can mingle for one night. Like, don't take her out and shit like you're trying to build relationship and then you fuck her and you're out of it, It's like, why?
But if
that's why what I mean with honesty is the best policy, because like, just why pretend?
But if you're forthright with that from the beginning, there's a much less chance that she'll want to have anything to do with you.
I don't think so. Because
Really?
there are some girls that actually just want to get it in and out and never see you again. I think, at least in this age.
There may be some, but
like, not everyone wants to be in a relationship. You also have girls that don't want to be in a relationship, but they want to, get some D.
That is true, but they ain't getting D from anyone that asks them. You know what I mean?
Well, some of them.
Some of them. Wow. Okay. Well, I doubt it, but
like you have like girls who are 18 and had like fucking 40 dudes already.
Yes, that is true, but I'm quite confident actually that if you...
Problem is that you kind of want a good girl that will want to like your dick. That's like from the start, from the day one. That's rarely gonna happen. Yeah.
Did you just say that a dude would like a good girl to?
Yeah, like because that's where a man's ego comes into play, right? Like you could get some girl that by the age of 18 she had 40 different dudes, right? But you don't want to go in there where 40 other dudes have been already, right? But you still want a girl that will be like a semi slut, but she needs to be a good girl at the same time, right? So that's your problem. Like, you could easily get some whore or some pussy or some shit, but it's just like your ego doesn't like you because you're better than that, You're not like, there's no way you're going where 40 other dudes have been.
Well,
So
that would
you
be a
kind of want
factor, yeah.
so you kind of want like the best of the both worlds, you know? You don't necessarily want to date a girl, you just want to fuck, you know? But she needs to be a good girl and she needs to like to have sex, you know?
I guess
So
good girl by clean. I think that's really all the requirement would be. You know what I mean?
yeah, but if she's
It can be a bimbo or an idiot. You know what I mean? I don't think
she
that's
got
not. Yes,
oh
that.
fuck.
Listen, dudes are simple, cocksucker. All right, that's what it be. Dudes are very simple. Okay, we don't need women to be, intelligent. You feel me? Especially in that context, we don't need women to
If
be
she doesn't know the
intelligent.
sun is the star and the sun doesn't actually
Even
set.
better. Even better. Even better. See, the more smart a woman is, the more combative they may be. You feel me? So, the more difficult it may be. You feel me? So, you know, on the scale of bimbo to smart, it's easier to get the bimbo. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Well,
You got,
you are from America after all, so
yeah, but it's tough here because 40% of the women in this country are obese. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. But
I
yeah.
meant with bimbo.
Listen, bimbos are fine cocksucker. Yeah, I mean, bimbos are not what you want to wife up, but bimbos would be fine for a fuck. You know what I mean? There's different aspects when it comes to trying to get a grill, to be a grill friend, and just trying to get a fuck. You know what I mean? When it comes to getting a fuck, all you gotta be is clean, or seem clean, look clean. But when it comes
That's
to
80%
girlfriend,
of people already.
yeah,
Why
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. But all this other stuff about, not knowing the sun from the
fat girls are
star.
clean? Sean, why are you not in there?
Hmm?
Some of the fat girls are clean.
Um, I don't know. I'm just,
See, there's more to it than just that.
yeah, that
Obviously.
that that might be. You know, I'm personally not very attracted to the obese girls. You feel me? Like, I guess you can be chubby or whatever. That's probably the furthest I go. But if you're a balloon, if a woman's a balloon, yes, I'd have a hard time trying to get there. You feel me? That's what it'd be. But the more the story and the point was, because it would be it would kind of seem like borderline sexual assault to go up to a woman. It depends on the setting, obviously, but to go up to a woman and be like, "Yo, I like that ass. Maybe we can have some fun tonight." But it's kind of borderline sexual assault. You feel me? Like, you kind of have to at least try to woo the girl over first, even if you have false intentions. You know what I mean? Because with women, I don't understand yet. A lot of women say that they don't do short term, right? But they say that to not seem like a whore. But I don't know, right, what that really entails yet. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
sure, there are plenty of women out
I
here.
actually think it's quite opposite these days. I don't think that many people want a relationship. Like you wouldn't have that many people on Tinder and stuff these days if that wasn't true. Like I
Yeah,
actually think these days not many people want a relationship. At
yeah.
least like not up to like age of 30, 32, whatever.
It's no wonder why the birth rate's so snit, huh? Because
Um,
I was before I got red pilled, I was like, yeah, why is the population going down? I don't understand. But that's kind of true. Not a lot of people. It's part of it. Not a lot of people want a relationship, and by the
I mean,
time,
like, not a lot of people want to settle either. Even if they have someone already, they kind of like still look for the options. Like I said,
yeah,
I feel like
yeah, that is true. Because listen,
it's not like people who got married back in the days at the age of 20 or 21 or whatever, you know? I don't think that happens a lot anymore. Maybe it happens like to like some groups of people, you know, who don't have very good education or kind of like more working class, I would say. But
Yeah, because I didn't understand because like my mom had me at 30 and my mom had my sister at 37, which apparently is a pretty late stage to have a child, you feel me? You know what I mean? And I'm listening to this snits, women past 30, when they get to 30, their eggs are mostly finished. It's like, oh, really?
yeah,
Snits? That's crazy to understand now. Women live longer, right? But their effective life is much shorter. You feel me? That's what it be. That's what it be. Now I understand that part of snits. But listen to me, cocksucker. You know what I mean? Because I understand that false pretenses are not good, right? Sure, but listen to me, cocksucker. All right? I still believe it's borderline sexual assault to go to a woman and be like, "Hey, I like that ass." Well, no, you're mad gorgeous. You look gorgeous. You look good, and then be like, well, unless it's a party or some shit, but still be like, "Hey, we can probably have some fun tonight." If it's a party, obviously you'd probably say that. But if you're in the fucking mall, obviously you can't do that. That's borderline sexual assault. You feel me? So you've
that's why I said the honesty is the best policy. If you both know that you want to fuck from the start, then you can. That's why you go on Tinder, where people just want to fuck. That's what I mean with honesty is the best policy.
but
I don't think
no,
she'll
no,
get
no,
sexually
no, 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 no,
insulted
no.
if you ask her to fuck if she's been on Tinder and she kind of already been asking for it, you know?
You sure
I
about
don't think
that?
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
you sure about
Like,
that?
I mean,
Because
if she honestly if she like already teased you or something, I mean, most people like on Tinder, even before they hook up for a night, they still talk a bit, so they kind of know like what each other want or whatever.
but here's the thing, cocksucker. So
Like, bro, who looks
bro,
for a fucking serious relationship on Tinder? You have
no,
to
no,
be
no, no,
fucking
no.
dumb.
Okay, you've got a point. You've got a point. You've got a point. You're right. You're right. But and whenever I bring up Tinder, right, I say, oh, I use this as a joke, which is translation for. Anyway, you know what that is. But when it comes to women on that snit, right, again, most of the women on that snit are like, oh, no hookups. Oh, looking for a relationship. Oh, but yada yada. But in the end, they're open to the thought of a hookup, even though they said that they're not.
Yes, exactly.
And I,
What
I say,
girl
I
is gonna
say,
listen? What girl is gonna say on Tinder? I'm fucking big a slut here. I want to suck 50 dicks per month. Like,
honesty's the best policy, right?
PM me. Yeah,
Honesty's the best policy,
yeah.
right?
People are not honest. That's the problem.
Well, yeah.
Well, some of them are. Some of them go for the shock factor. Some of them are like, "I will call you daddy" or some
Okay,
shit.
but
I don't
yeah,
know. Like, you
but
have weird. You were showing me the profiles at some
yeah,
point,
I know
right?
I did. But most women have the quote unquote self-respect of not putting themselves off on Tinder as a
I
hoe.
think most of them will make a decent profile, like they are decent girls, but when you start talking with them, sooner or later you realize like what it is anyway, you know? Maybe they just want to have semi-decent profiles, so like if their cousin or dad sees the profile, it's not like immediate giveaway they are the whore, you know?
Sure, that would be true, but still, obviously, yes. Your point is who goes on Tinder for a relationship. It's very true,
Yes,
very true.
exactly.
That's why you gotta decode
But
this
it's
womanese. You
funny,
feel
you
me?
know?
You gotta decode this
But it's
womanese.
But I still said that, you know, but it's funny because like my ex, like my first boyfriend, who I was together like for almost 7 years, he replaced me for a girl that he found on Tinder. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be like 2 weeks probably, like he just needs to fuck someone, you know?
Okay,
But they're still together. And it's almost like I don't know how long it is that we are not together, but probably something like 7 years as well. Or more.
okay. So there was something more to that because I was,
Oh,
I
yeah. Obviously, you can find a relationship on Tinder, but like I would bet against it if I would have to bet on something, you know.
Because
If I were a betting.
a betting woman, yes. I was going to ask, like, and this is not a question very fit for the radio show, you feel me? But I think it's already answered. But
What?
since he is still
Since
with
when
that
has
woman,
been this a decent radio show?
good point, good point. I was gonna say, were you like your mother and didn't give any fuck at the time
Oh,
that he,
that was the problem.
okay,
It was other things.
okay, he just fell out of it. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, I
We
see.
started dating when we were 16, and we broke up when we were 23 or 24.
All right, I see.
So, like, obviously, we were very different people from where we started.
I see.
It was the problem of, like, both wanting to focus on the same things or priorities or whatever.
I see that, but here's the thing, cocksucker. Like I said, if you're gonna meet a woman in the mall, all right, you cannot. This is a borderline sexual assault to go up to her and be like, "Yo, you look mad gorgeous. We gotta go out tonight.
Yeah,
We
but
gotta have
you
some
can't,
folk."
you can't. What I meant with that is, of course, like you can't fucking first day go there like, hey, can I tap that ass or some
But
shit.
that's honestly the response, though. That's honest,
in some
right?
scenarios you can, right? In
Yeah.
some scenarios you
But
can,
most you
like we
can't.
said on Tinder. But what I meant is like, how can you be friends with someone for 5 or 4 or 10 years or whatever and not tell them that you like them in other way than being friends, you know? That's
No,
what I meant with. That's like completely on you. Like, what the fuck?
no, I wasn't saying anything like that. I was just saying like,
That's what I meant with. I think last time we talked and I said policy is the like honesty is the best policy. Was when we talked about like people being friend zoned.
oh, that context, okay.
Yes.
But I meant like when you first meet somebody. That's what I meant. Like
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
be doing that, obviously. But that's honest, right? But you can't do that. That's the entire thing. That's why.
It is honest, but like
but
if
that
you
doesn't
really
work.
need to jack off to some ass, find some other ways to do it. Like if the urge is so big. Yeah.
No, but yeah. I mean, listen. This is why. This is why honesty can't always be the best policy. You feel me? Because if you do that, you're gonna get slapped the fuck out of the mall. You feel me? So that is why you have to go. The men have to go through the finessing of giving the woman attention. You know what I mean? And if the stars align, or if the sun and the stars, women can't tell the difference between the two. If they align, or whatever the fuck it is, then
I mean,
you let her
you
make
ju-
that decision.
You
You feel
just
me?
kind of have to be smart as well. Like, why would you go dating someone that you want to fucking have nothing else with, you know? That's kind of like on you. Like, if you know you're that kind of guy who just wants to hook up with girls for one night who are hot and they turn you on or something, then find the outlet for you to be able to do
What
so.
outlet? Like what?
Like, fucking Tinder or some shit, you know?
Like what? Say it.
Like Tinder or something, you know? Like, I wouldn't go that far to date some girl and lead her on when I only want to tap her and fuck off, you know? Then I would rather go on Tinder or something where that's kind of expected, you know?
I don't know.
Like, you have to set up yourself to, you know, to get what you want.
Yeah, that's what a dude has to do. You know what I mean? That's what a dude gotta do. That's what a dude gotta do. I mean, you say if you are a man, but you're not a dude. If you mean, I can't actually really be in your shoes. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I know it's a bit grimy, or looks a bit grimy, but listen. At that point, here's the thing. At that point, if you're a woman and you give it up and you like this dude, right? Then, like I said, men are simple. If you do something for them, right? And they notice, they'll remember you. That's what it'd be. That's what it'd be. Like, here's the analogy that I got, right? You give it up, right, to this dude whose first motive was to get fuck, right? After the fuck, you get up, right? Before he gets up, you clean his place, blah blah, right? Whatever the fuck it
Not
is.
his mom.
No. But if you really like this dude, right, then you have to do something that makes them remember you. It's if
But
you wanna,
there's better
if
ways to do it than cleaning
like
something.
what, like what?
Like performing like a Henry the Hoover.
No, okay,
He won't forget you, I'm pretty sure.
well, if we're talking about dudes, right, who are out to get the fuck anyway, it's just that's a commonality among what they want. You know what I mean? And that here's the thing, cocksucker. You know what I mean? When it comes to fuck with men, right? There's no emotional attachment. You feel me? There ain't nothing. You know, because this is why I said with your father, right? He just wants some fuck. You know what I mean? There's no emotional attachment with the fuck. With women, there is a lot of times, but with men, it ain't. You know what I mean? So it would mean more. It's like I said, a man wants fuck. If they're going around different women, they're getting the fuck. You know what I mean? It's a commonality already, right? But if the woman's out there trying to, if they're cleaning their place, blah blah, you know what I mean? That would be something different that maybe the other girls ain't doing. You know what I mean? And the man will notice that and be like,
Yeah,
there's
but
a higher chance it's maybe a
the
keeper.
guy who's on Tinder probably isn't the type of guy who wants a serious relationship anyway,
That's a
and
good
like
that's a good chance. Yeah.
and like he most likely won't appreciate it anyway, because like even if you clean his room or make his bed, he's not in there for a relationship anyway. There might be a slight chance he's gonna change his mind, like
Yeah.
always, but
It's all about
like
chances and probabilities, you feel me?
like I said earlier, like you have to set yourself kind of for the things that you expect, right? Like I'm also on the other side of the dudes who only want to fuck, and then they go on Tinder, they get to meet a girl who says at the beginning, oh, it's only a one night stand, and then they develop feelings, that's also wrong in my opinion. Like you knew what you're in there for, like from the start,
Well,
so
that is true.
that's also not fair on the guys, because they just wanted to get it wet, and now they have to deal with someone
Well,
who is like clingy, or
I
some
mean,
shit, It's
they
like,
technically don't have to. They technically don't have to. If they don't feel that way, they can just move the fuck on. You know what I mean?
yeah, but what if you get fucking
A
local,
crazy bitch.
like some
Well,
Hispanic girl that just will leave your ass, man?
well, you're gonna have to figure a way out. But that's what it'd be. Yeah, that's what it'd be. I just wanted to make that distinction. You feel me? Because well, obviously, honesty is the best policy in the sense that you can't tell your girl that you're an astronaut when you're not. That's not what I mean. Obviously, you know what I mean?
Well, you can if you're Johnny Sins, you can.
Yeah. Most of the time, it does not work. I mean, not no astronaut little snits. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you're a dude and you want some fuck and you go up to a woman in the mall, you can't forthright be like, I want some fuck or something like that. You can't do that. You gotta woo her. She wants the attention first. You know what I mean? Because attention will do it for women first. You know what I mean? And then you go up to the fuck. You know what I mean? So that's what it be. That's what it is. Just wanted to outline that for all my dudes listening. You know what I mean? That's what it be. There are also a couple dudes on CNR. I mean, not gonna say their names, but sometimes they're kind of hung up about a woman that has fucked them off. You feel me? I'm not talking about myself. I'm not talking about myself, cocksuckers. But they keep talking about them or some snits. Let's be real, dude. Listen, cocksuckers. If you are this man, all right. Here's the thing. There are many other women in the world. You feel me? You have to stop talking about this woman because she's already moved on.
Guys on
You are
CNR are the
never.
worst in the sense that, like, you have a guys who are interested in you, but then you say no, they become super mean, and like even in front of other people, they will try to find your faults or something wrong with you, or like point things at you, but it's because you turn them down. They turn sour. Like just fucking. How can you be such a bad loser? You think this is like, you think this is gonna make a girl want you more or something?
Well,
kind of pathetic.
here's the thing, Kesha, right? Here's the reason why they do that. So, well, dudes, obviously it is a thing that is more trivial than dudes really want to make it to be. And, you know, after getting red pill, obviously, I have to realize this as well, is that once a dude gets over this, it's the world. You feel me? Dudes don't like to get denied. You feel me? Even though it means absolutely nothing, to be quite honest with you. It means absolutely nothing. It's just that there's just some mental thing
Yeah, there's
with
just
dudes
something
that
about your
do
ego
not.
that doesn't let you get denied.
Yeah. Listen, I 100% agree with you that it means absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? But the reason why they do that is because here be the thing. You know what I mean? So let's take it in the context of this server, right? Even though it's not really like that. So when it comes to grills on this server, right? There are many men, many men. You know what I mean? But even in real life, you feel me? Women, have what's the phrase? The abundance attitude. You know what I mean? So women. Let's not cap. Obviously, it's much easier for women to get men than the reverse. You know what I mean? So, women can have the abundance mindset. You know what I mean? If this man is a cocksucker, we can go to the next one. Blah 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 blah. But when it comes to men, you feel me? And this is why a lot of men are
See,
very
another girl has
attached.
turned you down there, and it's GG game over
There's
for you.
GG, yes, it's GG. There are no other options. Basically, that's basically why a
Yeah,
lot
you're
of
gonna be
men.
single for life because some CNR girl turned you down.
No. Yes, no,
Yeah.
yes, but
Yes,
I'm
no,
relating.
yes,
I'm
no.
relating it. I'm relating it to like real life. You feel me? Because there are a lot of dudes who are attached to a woman, right? Because they don't have the abundant mindset. You know what I mean? They have to be like, yo, if this woman don't want me, let's go on to the next one. You know what I mean? Because men are supposed to not be very emotional. You feel me? We're not supposed to, unless it's like a actual serious woman. We're not supposed to, be hung up over one woman. You feel me? You're supposed to be detached when it comes to women. Before getting them, right? So if a woman denies you, you should be like, fuck that bitch. I'm going to the next one. That's exactly how a man should look at it. But there are a lot of dudes, right? It could be their first grill, you feel me? Because listen, here's the thing, Cocksucker. There are a lot more women who are more experienced at the same age than a man at the
I
same age.
agree.
That's 100% true, you feel me? 100%. So women are better at, despite being more emotional, they're better at, moving away from a dude than a man is, because most men, right, of the same age as a woman don't have or haven't had as many women. You feel me? So when that woman has denied them, they're like, oh, where do I go from here? You gotta go to the next one, cocksucker. That's what it be. You gotta go to the next beach. You gotta be detached. You feel me? I understand. I'm saying, uh, uh, not good words, but you gotta be detached, cocksucker. You gotta move on to the next fucking woman. That's what it be. That's what it be. You gotta move the fuck on. You know what I mean? Uh, that's what it be. You gotta move the fuck on to the next woman. All right, because there are plenty of women that treat men like expendables. You gotta do the same thing. Even though it ain't what society says, you gotta treat women as expendables, cocksucker. That's what it be. That's what it be. So if one denies, you gotta move on to the next one, dickhead. That's what it be. Yes, I know what you've been talking about, obviously, but most of those dudes are dudes that don't have the abundance mindsets. And they just, don't want to approach women, obviously. So that's what it be. That's what it is. This is why. This is why, OnlyFans is going out the snitter. You feel me? Because here's the thing, guys. You know, if men and
Get
women,
denied on OnlyFans, can you? Your wallet will never get
no,
denied.
your wallets will always get in, even though that's not how it's supposed to go. But here's the thing, cocksucker. Like, if men and women got the opposite gender at the same rates, right? Or rather, excuse me, if men got women at the same rate as women got men, there'd be no OnlyFans, there'd be no porn, there'd be no nothing. You feel me? There'd be no nothing. This is it's a pandemic that is worse than COVID. You know what I mean? And of men that just can't, of their own volition, really, can't get over themselves. You know what I mean? That's what it be. And I'm not saying I'm not one of those people. You feel me? Once since I've been red pilled and been like, huh, I've gone about this the entire wrong way. You know what I mean? I've gone about it the entire wrong way. And now it's one of my favorite subjects. You feel me? It's a huge subject of mine. Like,
What the heck? You will turn the. What are those, like, life coaches soon or something? Yeah.
yeah, I heard Rat's gonna try to be a life coach or something. I should probably talk to her. But
Really?
yeah, I think. But yeah, the epiphany has been doing great for me, cocksucker. Like, I've been realizing this and it. You know what I mean? And you know, the honest truth is that, you know, the red pill makes you have a lesser view of women, right? But the increased view of women didn't really help, or it wasn't really helping, obviously. So, you know, you've got to treat them like expendables, cocksuckers. What it be? You can't be hung up on one woman, dickhead.
You sound like the biggest fuckboy out there.
What's that again?
You sound like the biggest fuckboy out there.
Who?
Gotta treat women like
That's what it be.
expendables.
You gotta.
You're no
You
better than
gotta.
your fucking shoes.
I mean, listen, that's what it be. Listen, everything evolves. You feel me? Like, if there's a woman that's is out there, give a fuck or whatever, and she turns out to be fine, that's fine. You know what I mean? But until then, you know, you can't have all of these requirements for a woman, except for body weight, obviously. And so there's a difference between having a girlfriend and having a grill. Completely different, you know what I mean? So all you dudes out there, you feel me, that are hung up on these women that's fucked you off 3 years ago, you feel me? You gotta move the fuck on, alright? Gotta move the fuck on, alright? What you gotta do is make those women jealous, not yell at them. That's what you gotta do. That's what it be. So GG, we had our talk, men. Alright, men, so make sure you take this information with what you do with them, men. Because I'm looking out for you men out there, cocksucker. You know what I mean? That's what it be. Cash can make a... You know, there aren't many women on CNR, right? But, you know, if Cash wanted to make a... Watch out, women. You know, watch out for these dudes because... Let's not do it right now. Listen, if you're a woman, listen to this, which you're not. But if you're a woman, listen. When a man walks up to you... When a man walks up to you, guys... When a man walks up to you... They are, first and foremost, looking for fuck. Let's just be real about that, alright? We're very simple. We're not thinking 52 things at the same time, alright? Well, if you're nervous, yes you are, but you're looking for, I'm sorry, the man is looking for fuck. First and foremost, that's what it be. Do with that as you want. If you see this guy and like, ooh, I ain't messing around with this dude, alright. Then you can do that, blah, blah. But first and foremost, when a dude is trying to deal with you, he is looking first and foremost for a fuck. That's what it be. Simple. Very simple. Men are simple, so take it into the most simplest terms, cocksucker. That's what it be. Very simple. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I tell the dudes, right? If you got a female friend, treat him like a man. You know what I mean? If you see a woman that you like, you treat him like you like them. But if you got a woman that is a friend, treat him like a man. Treat him like a man, and there's no ambiguity. You feel me? That's what it be. Treat him like a man, because if you got a female friend, they treat you like a girlfriend. So you gotta treat him like a man. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. And if you're a dude, right, for example, who has like a crazy grill, right, that doesn't pay attention to you, blah, 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 and, you know, you like this woman, but she's kind of flaky, whatever the fuck it is. You gotta be like, you gotta be ready to lose her. You gotta be like, yo. And I'm not gonna. Somebody told me this example. I'm not gonna expose who it is, but you gotta be like, yo. First of all, you have to be ready to lose her. You gotta be like, yo. All right. Here's how it's about to be. Okay. If y'all in the same spots, you gotta do something together. All right. And then you gotta try to get the fork from it. If you have a girl who is crazy and is standoffish, flaky, because women are flaky out here, cocksucker, you have to get what you want as quickly as possible. If you can't deal with a flaky woman, cocksucker, alright? That's what it'd be. If you're a man and you value your time, do not deal with a flaky woman, okay? You must get the flakes off, alright? And get to business, you know what I mean? And if she ain't with that, fuck 'em! Not literally, but tell them to get the fuck out. Very simple. Very simple, cocksucker. You know what I mean? I understand it's hard for us dudes out here. You know what I mean? But a flaky woman, yeah, you should rather be by yourself than to be with a flaky woman. Very simple. 100%. That's what it be, cocksucker. Better to be by yourself than to be with a flaky woman. Very simple, cocksucker. So you gotta lay down the law. You feel me? And if she don't like the law, then get the fuck out of there. Very simple. Very simple. So that's what it be. Listen, I've made mistakes, guys. I ain't acting like I'm some expert. I ain't no expert, cocksucker. You know what I mean? But I have been given these scenarios that have fits into what I have done, and I've seen that it is a mistake. You know what I mean? So you gotta learn what you're doing wrong before you can do something right. You know what I mean? So that's what you gotta do, dudes. What a mess of a show, honestly. We've talked the entire show about this. This is my fault, huh?
You always go into this suspect of women. I don't know. It's very fascinating for you.
It's very fascinating. Yes.
There's been a lot of pain in there.
You know, you can't have you can't have great feelings without having pain, cocksucker. That's what it be. That's what it be. So yeah, that's what it be. Let's see. So I also wanted to talk about, let's see, so Candy Ass, what a great segue. Candy Ass in the senior Discord, he said, excuse me, she said that, okay, so we're talking about, she was talking about GTA 5 and, you know, the 2013 version or some shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And Candy Ass was like, I have never bought a game before in my life. And it's like, dude, this is like the worst flex in the history of the world, dude. Like, no cap, like, it is not an accomplishment. He's like my age, whatever the fuck it is, in late 20s. Like, it is not an accomplishment to say, I have never bought a game in my life. It is not. It means absolutely nothing. In some way, it means you're a broke boy. Okay? It means more that you are a broke boy rather than something else. Because, first of all, not paying for a game does not mean you don't play games, okay? It just means you play games for free. It means absolutely nothing. There's no difference between me and you. Because, first of all, you know, it doesn't imply that a person that pays for games has less money. Because, first of all, this cocksucker takes Valium every day. That's number one. Like, number two, I don't deal with women, so I have money. You know what I mean? So, I get to laugh there, honestly. But yeah, I don't deal with women, so I have money. So, okay, well, some. I'm not saying I'm rich, obviously. I ain't rich. But, you know, I've got some, I don't know what the word is, dispersible income, I don't know what it's called. But, you know, it is not a flex to say, I have never bought a game in my life. It means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I don't understand. I think Mug Christie did this one time as well. Like, I don't understand the flex. It's the weirdest flex in the history of flexes, honestly. That's completely dumb. What do you think about that? Because I don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe he thinks it's better because he's like torrenting games or something. It's Netherlands. doesn't need to buy games, but I know I used to be like that too. I didn't buy the games, but at some point, like when I will say that, like I torrented a lot of games when I was younger, just because I didn't have money
Exactly,
and I didn't have
exactly.
any of it, right? But now that I have, it's I buy them if I buy sometimes I'll still torrent the game because like I don't know if I'll like it, right? But then if I like it, I buy it because maybe because I'm just like I do games in Unity now and stuff, and you realize how much work it is and how much it's put into it, especially like little indie games or something that like don't necessarily have like a big corporation behind them, like Rockstar Games or something. But even that, like, there's so much work in them, you know. And if you like something, why wouldn't you buy it? It's like you buy
Exactly.
food, you buy other things that you like, you buy maybe some things that are not like 100% necessary for your life, but you show like appreciation that way or something. I don't know. But like I
Exactly.
understand if you're completely broke, then you still maybe enjoy games, but like you might not be able to buy them, you know? And that's fine because the time will come when you'll be able to buy them, you know? But if you have that like mindset, then even when you will have money, you will never like, you know, I don't know
Yeah.
if you have like a mindset of being
Yeah,
a cheapskate or whatever.
you're completely right. All right, you're right. Um, if you don't have the cash, obviously, that's fine. But and you hit the nail on the head as well with saying, when you were young, you're prior to games. I did the same thing a little bit.
Yeah,
When I
because
was like,
like I
yeah,
couldn't say like maybe if I had like parents who had more money, I could have, you know, but I remember one time when I was like really young, I wanted to have FIFA 98 from the World Cup and then FIFA 2000, and they just couldn't find one. You know, back in the day, it wasn't like electric and digital stores like you have these days. You needed to buy like, you know, the physical copy, right?
damn.
And the games weren't so big back then. So I remember like I was so adamant about it, like wanting to have it. My mom and dad couldn't find it anywhere, and they kept going up and down and like all the shopping markets and stuff like that, and they just couldn't find it. So in the end, they asked some friend that had the game to burn it on, you know, back in the
Yeah,
days,
CD.
you, yeah, to burn it on CD. And I was still so happy, you know. It wasn't original or anything, maybe like when I opened the packages, so it wasn't original. But guess what? I played the game, and when I was like 16 or 17, when I had my own money, even though FIFA 2000 was ancient game by then, I still bought the original.
It's
You
the
know, because it was just the nostalgia of like I was a kid one day and I liked playing that game, you know, and I played it so much that I have a copy now that is original.
damn FIFA '98 really showing your age, huh?
Shut up. Some people weren't even born there on this DNR. So yeah.
That is true. Yes, my first FIFA was '03. My
I
first
mean,
and only FIFA, by the way, was
in
'03.
his sense, it's probably more like flex. You know, I'm not spending money on some stupid foolishness you guys are spending money on. You know,
Okay,
but
well, yeah,
then again, I know Candy S spends money on some things that I wouldn't ever spend money on that I think are far worse than spending money on the games. So
exactly. You know what I mean?
you know,
See, there was a game in 2017, right? $60, right? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till December when it goes on sale. It was sale half off. I bought it in December, and I'm like, I would have finished this game already if I just had bought it in September. I was kind of some
I mean,
regret not
I
regretting it.
still like won't say I have so much money that I won't look like if I want something I will instantly buy it. I'm still kind of have that maybe DNA in me because like I always had to be careful with money. I don't think that will ever go away, you know. So I still sometimes look like, oh, the game is released now, but even though I would like to play it or I like the game, like I don't think I will have that much time till, I don't know, December to play it anyway, and by that time it's gonna be reduced, you know. So I still kind of try to see what is realistic and what is not, you know, like to get the best price for myself. But it doesn't prevent me from not buying the game, you know.
Yeah.
Like
See, the thing about it is, it was a game that I knew I was going to like, so I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I probably should have
yeah.
gotten it.
Like
But
for example, the Assassin's Creed, I got it like in the end from Tino actually. At that time, I was actually at that point in life. I was
you just found me
well,
some.
well, at that time I was kind of like like short with money, you know, because I just moved away from my apartment back to my parents. So it must tell you that I didn't have enough, you know, to be on my own. And I was like, okay, I really like Valhalla, but I will not have money to buy it. I will just buy it when it's reduced, right? But then Tino stepped in and he bought it for me. I mean, he didn't buy it for me. He like got it. He got a key code with the processor, AMD processor. But he gave it to me, you know, because he was like, he's not gonna play it or something. So I appreciate things like that too. But like, if he had not given it to me, obviously, then I would have to buy it. But I just didn't have money at the time to buy it, so I'll probably just wait. You know, it depends. But if I had a like well-paying job or something at the time, then of course I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's situational, what I'm trying to say, you know. But
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a
but
dump.
I'm not like that sort of person who will never buy the game. It's just
Yeah, no.
not like that.
Once you get older and you get the cash, of
Like
course, yes.
I spent a lot of time on PC and a lot of time in games. Maybe not so much now because I'm busy, but I used to. So why wouldn't I want to spend money on something that represents like 40% of my life, you know? That's kind of crazy, you know? I would rather
Yeah,
not spend money on clothes rather than not on the games, to be honest. Because I
yeah.
don't go anywhere anyway, you know? I'm a fucking dweeb. So why do I need nice clothes?
Good points. Again, it depends on how much the game matters, or how much you think you're gonna like the game. Obviously, because when Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out, right, instant buy, right? When
Yeah.
I learned from the time, like I said, there was a Steam game, 2017, had the cash. You know what I mean? Could have bought in September. Bought in December. I was like, oh, that was dumb. But it
Yeah,
also
but if you knew you will have time to play, right?
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
like I
I
don't
knew I
have
did.
time to play till Christmas holidays till December anyway, so like there's no point buying before the
Yeah, yeah.
Christmas sales, you know?
Yeah, in my case it was different, but again, it also depends on like how good the game is, right? Because, for example,
Exactly.
we're gonna bring up some bullshit again. So, what's her name again? The skank. We were gonna play not Battlefield, fucking what's it called? Borderlands 3, right? And it was on sale, but I was kind of like, because first of all, I didn't like Borderlands 2. Like I kind of got lost in that game. But I was like, this probably was not like this situation is probably not gonna be a good one soon. So I wasn't really forthright in buying the game because number one, I didn't like it, or I didn't think I would like it, and number two, the skank. So I just didn't. I wasn't forthright in buying the game, and of course now it's a good thing that I didn't buy the game. That's how it be. But when you said that you got Assassin's Creed Valhalla code, it reminded me, and that was supposed to be. This was supposed to be like in the conversation that I was saying for the past 40 minutes before this. Remember that dude? Remember when your 1080 Ti got snitted on, right? And your boss, you say, right? Your boss at the time got you a 2070 Super. Now let me ask. I want to ask. Did he already have it Like, was it already
No,
sitting?
he
Okay,
bought it for
he
me.
bought it for you. Uh, a graphics card that is like 600 euros, right? Because it's more, because
Yeah.
it's 550, 600 euros, right?
Yes.
Do you really think this man, now I understand he's your boss and he may have cash, but do you think this man gave you a 2070 Super out of the goodness of his heart?
Yeah, we were making approximately 200K every 2 weeks, so 100K a week in money. So he was loaded. I don't think it made difference to him. He actually he bought some other dude on my company samurai sword, and the other one he bought like a Gibson guitar or something. So I don't think it made so much difference to him to buy a graphic card for me. But I still appreciate it, obviously. But I think he did like me at some point, obviously. But I was also a good worker. I was pulling them a lot of money at the time. It's changed a bit different, but in the end,
Yeah.
like, but yeah.
I was gonna say stop the cap, but
You have to understand in what, like, if it was some normal dude that makes like 1,000 euros per month in salary and then buys you a graphics card like that, you cannot say he probably has some other intentions. But if he's like loaded and he kind of understands, you know, what you like doing in your free time or something, then he's just trying to be a good boss and give you something nice for a holiday. I don't know. Like I would think like he likes me or something as a female, but then I looked what my other male colleagues got. It was they got even more or just in the same range as me. So there's no reason for me to think that like I was extra special for him or something.
all right. I really wanted to play stop the cap, but that kind of makes sense. All right. And plus,
I also was he was foreign. He moved to Slovenia. I was teaching him how to speak English, speak Slovenian, sorry, and I was like translating some documents for his visa and his apartment and stuff like that, and I did it all for free. Because he was my boss. He didn't have to pay translators, even though I charge other people usually. Like I used to do translations and I charge for them.
all
So
right. All right, you're saved. You're saved. All right.
thanks.
All right.
But
I
I
understand
but
that.
at the same time, like I think he like at the start at least, but he realized that it's not gonna be anything. But at the start, I did have feeling that he kind of liked me, but I was like before we were even that successful and before everything transpired.
Yeah, plus W workplace. Anyway,
I
yeah.
mean, I didn't get the feeling that I got graphics card because of like he would want something with me, but I do think that I got the job with him because he liked me. Let's put it that way. Then
All right. All right.
that I
So,
got to work for him because obviously he trusted me. He liked me. I think he liked me like in the sense of way that maybe he would want to meet me.
all right. So you're not capping. All right. So you're not capping, because if you're like, if you were like, yes, he bought this graphics card from the goodness of his heart, I would have been like, stop the cap. But all right, you explained it fine. You explained it fine. All right. So GG. I think.
Saved.
Yes, saved. Yes, we good. We good. I'll have more tips for you dudes in the coming weeks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's gonna be the dudes.
Life
Yeah,
life lessons with
yes,
Sean.
exactly. Life lessons with Rashawn. That Rashawn and you guys are learning at nearly the same time as I am. You know what I mean? So that's what it be. That's what it is. You gotta have an abundant mindset. All right. You've got to obviously don't treat girls like dirt, but treat them like toilet paper. That's what you. Well, actually, no, don't do that. That's not. Fuck. How do you treat women
Yes.
like not toilet paper, but something like chips? You like chips? Like if you eat chips a lot, treat them like chips. Like you just eat one and just eat the next one. That's what you gotta do, guys. That's what it'd be. That's gonna do it for the Punkery show. Enjoy the
Yes.
NG. There are 29 cocksuckers on right now. Hopefully we hit a record. Advertise my snits. A new Rate My Chase Chase Beta Prospect came out this morning. Take a look at that. Snits. Soon.
How many views?
I haven't checked. It only came out at 8 a.m. All right. I scheduled it for 8 a.m. So that's when it came out. I don't know how many views it has. Probably like 15 or some shit.
So when you go live, you can listen to the shittery with greens.
Yeah, soon after this, I'm gonna go live on Twitch while playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, webcam and all. We're gonna talk about this Bullsnit Fest that happened in the Discord, Tevin style, you feel me? And hopefully they talk about attention, because I've got a whole soliloquy about men and attention, because like I said, guys, attention for men, getting attention for men means absolutely nothing if you can't apply it to shit. Absolutely nothing. See, women, attention for women is like sugar. You know what I mean? It's like compliments for women, right? You tell a woman that they're beautiful. A day later, you need to do it again, because it's like sugar. You know what I mean? It goes in, you get the sugar crash, it goes out, you need more sugar. You know what I mean? Attention for men is like manure. You have to put it on stuff so that things grow. Shit, I didn't mean to say that. That was meant for the stream. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. That is dead for Kesh. This has been Rajan. This was the Punkery show. Enjoy your NG, cocksucker. See me on Twitch soon.